Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and this is my review of Batman / Green Arrow / The Question. I'm assuming Arcadia. Where is the boilerplate? Oh, sometimes it's the end. So, believe it or not, I don't just do this for my health, but I have to have some sort of motivation. Now, when I started, it was because SJWs were making crap books, and the media was kowtowing to them. And I felt like I was taking crazy pills because I would go online and I would be told everyone loves Captain Marvel, it's the best comic out there. And then I would go to the sales and it would be way down there and I would read it. I was like, this isn't good. What's going on? And then that era ended, several years ago. Um, about almost 4 years ago now, because it's almost 2026. And now we are in the era of the anti SJW or the anti culture, grumpy old men whose whole thing is saying that everything is terrible. So now I have a new motivation, and that is to hype things up to you before some doomer unk scares you away from it. So this is the Black Label line, and I'm really starting to love it. There's a lot of, just whatever. I mean, they used to spam out a bunch of Harley Quinn and Joker stuff. Um, but now it's stuff like this where it's like, is this in continuity? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's in the continuity of, and I looked up the guy, this Gabriel. He was a storyboard artist for like really major movies like Interstellar and stuff like that. But he's been doing comics off and on for about 10 years. I'm kind of angry at myself for not really knowing who he is until today. So his I would say that his this is in the continuity that is the same continuity in my brain where Vic Sage was always the question and he never died of cancer or came back and had like some sort of shaman for urban areas superpowers, and it wasn't Renee Montoya. So it's in the continuity of Denny O'Neil. It's the Denny O'Neil verse. So I was ecstatic to find this out. And then to find out also that this, while working with Christopher Nolan and people like that, some stuff rubbed off. Like, this guy is a really, really good writer. So I was absolutely ecstatic. Also, I mean, this is 100% subjective, but I first really got into the question at Christmas time. So the question is a Christmas character to me. It was like, I just remember like uh, Christmas break in college, which can be pretty long for, I don't know how it is for other countries, but if for America it can be 3 or 4 weeks. Um, and just going crazy buying back issues every couple days, as many as I could find. Um, and I was aware of Denny O'Neil and Dennis Cowan's run from when I got into collecting comics regularly in 1988. Um, but I would flip through it. I didn't really get it. And then sometime in college, I got it. And um, it's kind of weird how little I've talked about it, but because you might have noticed with my favorite comics, I don't review them because I kind of clench up like, this has got to be the greatest review ever. So this is, again, a lot of stuff has happened, and I believe they recently released one of those giant compendia of the Denny O'Neil run on The Question. And that's very exciting to me. So it's it did remind me of television, but good television. Like, it has the pacing of like a pilot. Um, and so The Question is investigating a mystery. And then both Batman and Oliver Queen are also, they either get roped in or find out about it through happenstance. I gotta say, God, there's this shitty video with Wes. It's like, Energon is great. DC's good, but DC fucks up everything. And everything DC... Shut up, old man. I hate how pleased they are. It's like, I'm the guy who says everything's bad. Yeah, You suck. Everybody hates you. Nobody at work is like, oh, the guy who has the negative take on everything is here. Thank God. Just here just to ruin everything. But I thought specifically of that video when he's like, yeah, DC does good for a while, but DC always fucks up. Like, dude, you've been collecting comics for like 5.5 minutes. Shut up. But this page right here, oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome. So, you see the art. There's even stuff. I mean, come on, look at this Batcave. There's even a bit with security guards, and specifically when I was watching Arrow, I never noticed how major security guards are in, especially like the vigilante superhero stories. Like every episode of Arrow has like 3 speaking parts for security guards. Every single one. So there's a point where some security guard. Oh, here's Oliver Queen getting his wig rocked by a townie. Really, really good writing. Everyone's just like pitch perfect. Again, it's not the continuity of the last 10, 20 years. It's the continuity of someone who grew up reading comics and then is kind of circling back. So Oliver Queen is how he was in the 80s. Vic Sage is how he was in the 90s. Batman is who he was in the early 2000s. But there's a there's this one like idea I've had, and it's just like if you read Marvel comics in the 1980s, like the heroes were constantly in their tidy whities like all the time. I'm trying to find the part with the security guards. Oh, Aristotle taught Rodor. Man, again, if you never had a period in your life where you were really, really into the Denny O'Neil question series, you're not going to get the full effect that me and Gabriel and other people like. This is like, these are deep cuts. And it's kind of, funny seeing, taught, modernized with the flat screen monitor. But this was one of the best friendships, mentorships in comics. I absolutely love it. I really need to reread. And then also, when you love sometimes you're like, I'm worried I'm going to go back and reread it and it's not going to be as good as I remember. I can't find the part with the guards. But basically the guards were talking like people and not just like stock characters, and I was really into that. I believe the standard for Black Label books is 48 pages, most of those being story page. Oh, right here. This is it. So the guy says, nothing since the breach earlier. Billings is taking care of them. And he goes, the Billings treatment. I don't envy. I don't know why. Just as someone who's pulled a lot of guard duty. Me and my friend got into this whole long conversation about if Lee Pace would have been, he's in Foundation, Halt and Catch Fire. Because my buddy's been trying to get me to read or to watch Foundation. I'm like, I don't know, but it does have Lee Pace. So we went on this whole text conversation about what kind of Marine Lee Pace would have been. Because not everybody's just like, I'm a Marine. Like, there's all sorts of like introspective and sensitive Marines. And we just went on this whole like, it was stupid. You had to be there, but it was like, he was the kind of Marine who would have said, listen up, guys, when he has to organize a working party. I don't know. It was funny to us. It was like a very funny but like just the Billings treatment. It's like, oh, wait, these are people. These are people in a world. And it's a full and it's a rich world. And it's, I'm very, very, very excited about this. Like, and I mean, I think I was kind of aware of this, but I didn't realize that it was going to be like the Denny O'Neil version of these characters drawn by, I mean, you see how good the drawings are. And then I would say he's as good of a writer as he is an artist. The other thing I really liked is that Batman has 3 different outfits here. Costumes, uniforms, armor. Each suited to the mission. That was really cool. That's what I think Batman should be. He should be constantly. One of my bits with Devil Dog from the Jawbreakers is nobody draws his armor like exactly the same, and I never try to get anyone to do so because in my mind his he's not in the military anymore, so he doesn't have to be uniform. So his armor is constantly being damaged, replaced, and upgraded, or according to the mission. So if you wonder why Devil Dog's armor generally looks similar but is different in every story and with every artist, that's why. Um, what does Eric July says? There's so much lore in this story. It's got hella lore. It is kind of funny that I finally got caught up on fulfillment. Like LAX was fulfilled early. People should be getting it in the mail maybe this weekend, so before the end of the month. Is that just like I had to get really angry when I realized what an imbecile Eric July is and that he was beating me at anything was infuriating. Oh, so by the way, usually this is like the top of the video, but I was going to do a Zach Friday sale on Black Friday, but I talked to the fulfillment guys. I was like, hey, if I launch this campaign and it's just a quick one, but it's done like the first week of December, can you guarantee delivery by Christmas? And he's like, can't do it. Can't do it. They're like, December's crazy. So one thing is that, I'm getting people who got Ironsides 3 and they got the back issues and they're hitting me up. It's like, so Garrison, the floppy, just got approved. It's going to print. Superhero Fatigue should be going to print in like 2 weeks. So I think those will both fulfill. So I'll fulfill those together, those two floppies together in January. But then I was like, I got extra copies of LAX, and then there's extras of the Impossible Stars plus the Ironsides books. So maybe do like a Christmas one and say, hey, LAX will definitely get to you by Christmas because it's going to be mailed from here. The other ones, late Christmas, New Year's. I don't know. I'd have to launch it really soon and end it pretty soon. So maybe I'm going to think about it some more. But anyway, go see this. Don't let sad old men talk you out of it. And don't let them diminish. I was talking to a friend today. I was like, every single time I've like gone back and watched a movie or a streaming show that these YouTubers scared me away from when I used to trust them, it's been good every single time. And that's stuff I've missed out on. The other thing is don't let them diminish you. One of the things they always like to say is like, oh, the first issue's good, but yeah. And eventually the heat death of the universe will consume us all. Fucking shit. There's been tons of good stuff. There's so much good stuff. I can't catch up with anything. Don't listen to these sad old men who just sell you despair and by coincidentally want to sell you Patreon and plushies and they want super chats. Fuck those guys. They're fucking losers. Go to the comic book store. Get this book. Go get the Absolute Batman Annual if you can afford it. And enjoy life, man. No, everything's bad. Watch my live stream. Give me money. Fucking losers. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.